suis là.
Good morning and welcome to the Joy Center. It is our prayer that today you finally find what you've been searching for. Real people, loving a real God, looking for a real change. Now here's a few announcements that will keep you in contact with what is going on.
Fall is here, and the annual Children's Church Harvest Fest is coming. This year's theme is Children's Night Out. This event for children's ages 2 through 12 is scheduled for Thursday, October 31st, 2019, from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. We will have fun, games, and lots of candy for the children. Help us make this a success by bringing 2 large individually wrapped bags of candy. Say no to Halloween and yes to Jesus. Donation box in the church foyer.
Let's cut to the chase. Can I be real? Be real, son. Can I be real? Be real, son. I'm not even saying like it's always a bad thing to invite somebody to your church, but we use it like it's a go-to line. Man, you really need to come to my church because, praise and worship is real good. Pastor be going in. Ushers. You try and get married, right? In the first chapter of the Gospel of John, we are introduced to the man, John the Baptist. Not to be confused with the John that wrote the book of John, but John the Baptist, 2 different people. John the Baptist is preaching about the coming of Jesus and he's hyping Jesus up. Like, y'all think I'm something? Nah, Jesus is something. Jesus is amazing, so amazing that I'm not even worthy to untie his shoes. Not tie them, but untie them. You ever try to tie somebody else's shoes? It's not always the same, it's kind of awkward, but untying them is pretty simple. John is saying, I'm not even worthy to untie his sandals. And then when Jesus shows up, he's like, yo, that's Jesus, that's the Lamb of God, that's the man I've been talking about. And 2 of the disciples that had been following John heard him say this and began to follow Jesus. Jesus says to them, what are you seeking? And they respond to his question with a question. Where are you staying? They didn't ask, hey, Jesus, what synagogues are you teaching at? Is there a youth conference coming up that you might be attending soon? Are you gonna have a concert where you perform miracles? Because if so, I like to bring some friends with me. Do you have some cool videos I can watch on YouTube? They asked, where are you staying? Where do you live? And Jesus is not even put off by this. Like, it doesn't bother him at all. He didn't say, hold on, y'all, I don't know y'all like that. I just met y'all like 2 seconds ago. Don't be asking me where I stay. Just meet me at the synagogue this weekend. That's where I'll be, okay? Maybe we can schedule a weekly Torah study over at Starbucks, because y'all are doing too much. No, Jesus responds, come and you will see. And this was the beginning of a 3-year journey. Doesn't that sound a little bit different than what we thought making disciples looked like? It seems to Jesus that making disciples involves sharing your life with someone. Jesus was probably already gonna go home later on anyway, and he says, why don't y'all come with me? Saying to them, come and you will see, not come to my church and you'll listen. Again, this is not always necessarily a bad thing, but when it comes to sharing our faith in Jesus with others, our first knee-jerk reaction shouldn't be to invite them to our church. Rather, maybe it looks like, hey man, let's keep connecting. Let's link up, come to the house, let's have dinner. Let's get some coffee, let's go to the basketball court. Let's do things that we're already normally doing. From there, you'll find many opportunities to verbally share your faith with them and allow them to see your faith played out in everyday life. Come and see is the primary motto for making disciples, not come and listen. The gospel is an actual message that must be spoken or read, not just a lifestyle. But these 2 disciples show us something that all of us, and even those that are outside of the Christian faith, may be desiring. We want to see something authentic. I heard John talking about this faith in Jesus, and I'm interested to listen, but I want to see something. And Jesus says, come and you'll see. We're so caught up with church membership numbers that we think that making disciples is synonymous with that. Though I do think that church growth is a byproduct of making disciples, it's not necessarily the same thing. God says, I will build my church, and you go and make disciples. Grace and peace, fam.
Tell everybody in El Paso we said hi.
Yes, hey El Paso,
I hear you
we
guys.
love you El Paso.
I hear you guys love our song Hunger.
November.
We're
Yes.
gonna come and spend some time with you.
Well, this concludes our CJC announcements. Get ready to hear a word that will not only challenge you, but will revolutionize your thinking and your life. God bless.